first time in warfare, people began seeing young men come back completely addled. They called it war neuroses, or shell shock, which we now know as PTSD. And so they were like, well, we can't have this. Unsurprisingly, the first personality test was made to be able to predict who is prone to shell shock.
Like before they even go to war.
Yes.
It's basically like, are you a bitch is the test. Hi, everybody. Welcome to 500 Open Tabs. I'm Kaveh Taherian.
And I'm Hannah Hillam. Welcome back to the show where we go open one of our open tabs and tell each other about it and then close them.
And then sometimes we get distracted and we go into other topics that are fun or personal or interesting. I'm talking to you, John's wife and Emma's mom.
Yeah, Emma's mom, maybe you should chill out a little bit. Ungrip your steering wheel for a second and just listen to us. Again,
Emma's mom is going to be
hot.
like, Emma, you're not allowed to listen to this show anymore. They are literally trying to destroy me.
Emma probably has a lovely mother.
That's probably true. I mean, if she's listening to this show with her mother, that's got to be a cool mom.
I don't want my mom to listen to this show.
I would never listen to this with my imaginary children ever. Are you kidding me? I would never listen to this show, period.
The only reason you listen is because you have to.
I have to QC it, yes.
Although I have been listening to some old episodes lately, and it's been really interesting.
On purpose? Yeah.
Yes.
You're like, we were somehow even worse.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sad to think.
We run a tighter ship than we did. Good.
Or as you like to tell me, I run a tight shipwreck.
You do run a tight shipwreck. You do. Look, you'll go down with your shipwreck. Anyway, thanks for coming to see us at Oakland Comic Con, everybody who did.
It was great. We had a wonderful time.
Great. I bet we talked to a ton of people.
We got good food. We probably went to, I don't know, Kona Club. Probably, maybe.
Is that the one that person wrote in about?
I don't remember, to be honest. You think I remember when someone wrote in about something?
I get it.
Even like last week, I don't remember. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Hannah, is there anything you wanted to update the audience on? Any announcements or discussions we need to have? I think we just finished one show, so we don't have anything for the next few weeks. So we're kind of open at the moment. If you want to hire us for anything, or if you have a show that you want to give us a free table for, we'll come.
Or if you want us on your show, on your podcast, let us know.
If you've got a podcast with a bigger audience than ours, we will gladly come on it.
Let's do it. Yeah. We want this show to grow. Tell your friends and join the Patreon.
Yeah.
But no, I don't have anything else. How are you doing?
I'm going to just not answer that question and just move on directly to...
Same. Not that you were going to ask, but also
no.
I declined to answer.
Good. Same. I take the fifth. But you know what? I'm excited to hear about your tab today.
Yeah. So... this is one of those times where the initial Google search was very innocent, a passing curiosity.
Oh, no.
And it ended with me getting in way
radicalized.
Too deep and way too emotional. No, it ended up reaffirming my stance on something, which I went in with an open mind. And here's the thing. I don't hide my opinions easily. You know that. Everyone on this show knows that. I come in hot.
Yeah.
Today... I'm going to attempt to deliver the facts without any obvious bias, okay?
Good luck.
Which means everyone stop typing and just listen for a minute, okay? Emma's mom. Don't type and drive.
Don't type while you're driving. Yes, Jinx.
I don't know. Or do it. I don't care. Engagement helps. Who cares? Get in a fight. Who cares? I don't care.
You have like a hot take of something that you're going to talk about today? Is that what's happening?
No, I have the right take.
Oh.
But
No. I'm sorry, not take. The topic you're saying is something that's controversial.
I didn't think it was until I got into this. So today I'm going to be talking about personality tests.
Oh, okay. Like the BuzzFeed ones?
No, like the ones they give you at work. Kaveh, you've had jobs before, right?
Allegedly.
Were you ever asked to take personality quizzes and tests like the MBTI?
For work? No, I've never had like a real corporate job in that way.
Me neither.
MBTI? Do I know
like
this
the
one?
INFJ, ENFP, all those.
Oh, okay, that one. Those? Okay, yeah. I've taken those.
Yeah. Do you know what you are?
I forget. Yeah. What are the ENFJ? Some shit.
It's ENFJ.
I always end up being the same. It's always like, oh, you're like empathetic and like creative, and then you have like split. It's always like it's always astrology. It's like you're creative and charismatic, and then you're also psychotic because you have two personalities, and you can be really intense, and then you can also be really
gentle
fun.
And kind and fun.
I want to say I'm ENJF or FJ. I don't know. I forget.
Oh, you and Alyssa are the same. I've pulled Alyssa.
See, that seems insane to me. Like,
yes,
Alyssa and I being the same.
I know. And I am, for everybody who cares, I am an ENFP. All right? Which, I'll get there. I'm fine. Man, I just want to be like those sciencey people who are just like, here are the facts. So I'm going to do that, okay? So aside from these official ones, we all came in the age of the BuzzFeed quiz and all those
good BuzzFeed
old.
quiz.
They're fun.
Some of us were from the Facebook quizzes days.
Oh,
that's how
dude,
old we are.
Same. Some of us were from the ones you would make yourself on websites and give to your friends. I
made a quiz or two,
which I did, and they were all parodies of personality tests, and they were all nonsense, and it was on purpose. So I wish I could find them because they actually wrote some pretty funny quizzes.
Are you a Hannah or a Kaveh? That should be our next personality quiz. Or an Alyssa.
We're the same person. And apparently Kaveh and Alyssa are too. Everyone's the same.
Yeah,
so
we're all one.
We all kind of got into the like, oh, which Disney princess are you? And it's fun, there's a fun aspect.
It's a good time to self-categorize, yeah.
Yes.
Science told me I have to relate to this one. It's funny, I was just watching, I was talking about Ninja Turtles with one of my friends. Where I was like, oh, it's like, these are the four. Yeah. Like, which one are you, right?
Well, which one are you?
Well, I always loved Donatello, but as I've gotten older, I'm like, I'm a Raphael, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't know what that means. I've never seen it.
Anger issues and a strong sense of just being mad at the world for injustice. I was like,
okay. Yeah, that's you.
Oh, Ninja Turtles 1, so good.
Yeah.
So there's this one quote where like Splinter, where he's like, Raphael, I can't do it, but I was like, I saw the clip and I was like, just wanted to cry all over again, where he's like, Raphael, you are unique from your brothers because you choose to face anger alone. And he's like, but in facing that anger, he's like, you turn your anger inward and choose to face it alone. But as you're facing it, don't forget your brothers and don't forget me. Like that, like we all love you. It was like devastating. And I was like, how hard does that hit as like a little like boy with like anger issues of being like, yes.
And as an aside, those anger issues.
Sorry, Emma's mom. I'm just going to say this real quick. Stop talking about the Ninja Turtles being radicalized by the Manosphere. I did a whole thread about this on Blue Sky a few months ago because I was angry and I was like, here are the reasons why they will not actually ever get radicalized. Is because number one, they have a father figure who's extremely involved in their upbringing and emotionally like available. Present. He's a great mentor. He gets them to work. He's a great father. Who's the only other person that they know? It's April O'Neil. Number one, like she's a strong, independent journalist, like feminist woman who like doesn't judge them for who they are. I'm like, there's no way these kids are getting radicalized. Even Raphael, who's like angry and runs off, they keep bringing him back. They're like, you're not allowed to go get radicalized on your own. We will not let you because we're a community.
Men
exactly are the Ninja Turtles.
Are angry. Every second of their day, every day. Yeah. And before you all assume that I'm going to just rip apart personality tests, I do want to assure you that I'm not. And it doesn't matter at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, I'm an ENFP. I am an ENFP, which means I am a leader and I love talking.
Yeah. You a leader, great. Somebody who always gets stuff done.
Wow. That was for off the air. It's funny because I'm going to get to that point where I've had to look myself in the stupid little mirror because of these stupid little tests I've taken, which again
Do you want to talk about what happened this week? Because I think it's funny, but maybe you don't want to talk about it.
Oh, about our conversation about how you being like, hey, you have to do things or else I don't want to have to do it right. Do it right the first time.
But what was funny is that you were stressed out because you thought you were like, am I fired? And I'm like, Hannah, we're partners. I'm not your boss. Joke. Yes.
That was fully a joke, but it was like I have a crippling need to make sure people know that I'm capable, even though I am 100% not capable. So that is the way I live my life. I try to make sure everybody knows that I can get stuff done and I can't. So it's been a 24 hours of endless personality quizzes, and I made Alyssa take them, and I've made Sean take them, and
thanks a lot. You didn't say. Oh, I guess you wouldn't send.
It's
it to
a
me,
surprise.
Yes. No, I'm sorry. I stopped in the middle of it because I was like, oh right, that's the whole point of the show.
Porn of the show.
Porn of the show. The porn of the show is personality quizzes. Are you the pizza delivery guy or the plumber? Sorry,
I'm
continue.
The plumber who
I have derailed this worse than I tried not to, and I just started screaming about Ninja Turtles and getting emotional and talking.
I was about to say, or which Ninja Turtle are you? And then you got there before me. So
yes,
I need to. Everything's coming out very intense.
Okay.
I'm a little defensive because of these tests, and I'm a little annoyed at them, and I'm a little defensive in general. So let's be unbiased, okay? Okay, Kaveh, be unbiased.
Objective.
So, we all got, you not so much, but like Harry Potter. was like millennial,
Oh, yeah.
crack, being like, I'm in Gryffindor.
Yes. Which house am I in? Yeah.
And me
I
and
was
Alyssa,
in the non-main
Slytherin.
one, and I got mad. No, Slytherin, the other one.
Yes, you're Slytherin.
No, the weird one.
Gryffindor?
No, Gryffindor's the main one.
Hufflepuff?
Is that the one? There's
You're
like
not.
the nice. Who's like the? There's
You're
like
the
the
ni-
nice group, and then there's
Yeah,
the other
Hufflepuff.
non-group.
Oh, Ravenclaw, the smart, like
Is that what it is?
neurodivergent ones. Yeah.
Sarah was like, no, that's the one where like you don't, because I was like, I don't want to. I'm like, these houses are stupid because there's
Yeah.
the one main house that does all the adventures, and then there's the house that's the evil one. And I was like, I want to be one of these other two dog shit houses that don't do anything.
That innately makes you a Gryffindor, by the way. I just need to point that out. Innately, the fact that you're like, these guys suck and I need to be the
Yeah, it's
center
like,
of
I don't want to be
everything.
part of the loser houses that don't fix, that don't like, they're not part of the story.
So
Anyway, this
again,
doesn't matter.
It actually does. So Alyssa and I were talking about it, and we realized that this podcast is 3 Slytherins in a Hufflepuff trench coat, for those who care.
I want to vomit hearing this.
Want to die.
Ugh.
Don't
What does
trust
that
me.
mean?
I don't
What does that
know.
mean? I
We
thought
were
that
just-
means that we're like eugenicists if we're in Slytherin.
I don't know. God,
I
here's
thought they were the
thing.
Nazis. The kids like with the bleached hair and like his dad's all like, we're better than you. Like they're the Nazis, right?
Well, here's the thing. Is this is the
I literally
point.
thought that was all
This is
supposed
the
to be
point.
Nazis.
They are. So here's the point: is that
We're a
the
Nazi
Listen!
podcast?
Listen. No, the point of it is that what we were talking about was that millennials have taken these houses and they have mirrored what they want onto them. They've
Okay.
created these new ideas of what we're edgy and cunning, so we're the Slytherins, and we don't want to be all bad, and so we're gonna be, so there's all these like she who must not be named, the one who wrote it,
The turf. Yeah.
hater. She gave us these really badly constructed personality houses, and then millennials took it and ran with it and became
Yeah.
their personality. And so it was
I'm
funny.
so
that we're
glad
like,
I did not fall for
Oh
any
my gosh,
of that.
yeah, dude.
That's the one place that I'm just going to be like,
I know.
I'm cooler than you.
You were
I did
in the
not
right.
I
Yeah.
was in the right. I was like, this is
Oh.
played out.
They were perfect, just like Linkin Park for me.
Lincoln,
Harry Potter.
You're just reading Harry Potter, listening to Linkin Park.
Yeah. I've become so dumb. That's my theme as a Gryffindor. So I want to die. What have I done? I can't stop thinking about it. I've ruined our lives. So
Thanks a lot.
and I'm trying to be chill, and I can't, because guess what?
So relaxed.
So anyway,
Because
Harry Potter.
you're a
Because
Gryffindor or
I don't know.
whatever.
I'm one of
them.
those. I'm all these characters that make no sense. So I even used to, be like into the, all the quizzes, and they were fun, BuzzFeed and all that. But those were just fun, and we all knew that. So where did actual personality tests come from? Because I remember being in school and then being like, okay, take the MBTI, and we're going to figure out where you're going to work. And I remember taking it and being like, a nurse? No, I don't want to be a nurse.
You know what these are? These are a way for people who should be in charge of like guiding us into places, have them absolved of having to do anything. That's all these are.
Hold that thought, because I want to hear everything you have to say about these after I tell you the history, okay?
Okay.
Anyway, so of course this goes back to ancient Greece. And I even checked to see if they stole it from Persia like they often did, and they
Greeks.
did
No.
not.
No.
So this was their creation.
Giving Greeks all the credit for this one.
Yeah, this is all them. And it was all based on the 4 humors. You remember we talked about the 4 humors?
Mm-hmm.
Blood,
Yes.
phlegm, black bile,
Come up
yellow bile.
multiple times now on
Multiple
the show.
times. And the Greeks didn't just use these for like determining your health or your physical wellness. They also used it to sort you into personalities. And naturally I found a test, because I was like, which one am I? Because I need to do the research. And of course
The
I'm
Greek
one
version of it.
Of course, yeah. I found one that sort of did it. And it was like, you're
Okay.
melancholic. I'm like, didn't need that to be told to me. I have a therapist for that. And I'm also sanguine, which whatever that means, I'm excited and
Bloody.
insane. Didn't need anyone to tell me that. And this fell out of favor once we realized that we didn't need to drain people of their blood and phlegm to keep them healthy. But it has since made a comeback in the form of a personality test. People are getting more into this. And in the late 1700s, let's fast forward a little bit, we start getting into phrenology. And
Great.
yeah, this is the thing. I got so deep into this, and I'm like, great, I have to talk about all of this, but I'm not going to dwell on phrenology because it's bogus
You
and
love
racist.
Phrenology. You love phrenology.
I do.
You love lists. You love categorizing people. You love figuring out what your lineage was. Sorry, continue.
Phrenology is a pseudoscience where you'd measure the shape and bumps of somebody's head to determine if they were
Insane.
smart. And understandably, it quickly snowballed into racism because there was a correct head shape, and that was an Anglo-European. And even at the time, in the early 1800s, doctors were like, this is bogus. What are you doing? Like, even at the time, we knew. So don't blame it on, oh, that's just how it was. No, even at the time, they were crazy. So nobody's skull shape actually predicts anything, but it became wildly popular for a long time, up through, into the Nazi era, where they used phrenology to support their ideas.
It's still kind of happening now, to be honest. It's just not based on,
it is. Face reading.
search.
Have you heard about that?
Oh, all of the clavicular whatever shit.
Guys, it's
just much more insidious now. It's like, it's more, what is
accessible.
it? Like your face ratio or like whatever your jawline looks. That's all looks maxing is. That's all that shit is.
It's just eugenics.
It's just phrenology. It's just eugenics. Yeah.
It's like a softer version of eugenics, but it's not. It's not softer. It's real.
You've all been duped by a pickup artist again. You idiots! Don't do it.
You guys, over and over. Get out of there. Look, if someone's telling you there's a perfect version of anybody, they're wrong. Wrong. Anyway, so I'm leaving phrenology because it pisses me off so much, and I'm coming in charged anyway. So in the 1880s and then through the 1920s, people had started to kind of be more into psychology as something that they talked about, and personality and what it meant to be self-aware or self-actualized. People start talking. Where am I? Oh, so
psychiatry.
Yeah. There's like a
Freudism becomes popular.
Freud is huge, and he's all about like penis envy and
dicks. Dicks all the way down.
And everything comes back to wanting to have a dick. And people were like, I don't know, that doesn't seem quite exactly how things are. So what if there were other types of people that didn't just want a dick like you think? And I'm simplifying this beyond all belief. And probably a direct response, here's my theory, is that the city living and being around so many different people and different kinds of people and the world opening up, a lot of people were like, well, how do I figure out why everyone's the way they are?
Sure.
And, you're working with a bunch more people. There's factories. You want workplace cohesion, and so you're trying to figure out like, well, what makes people be this way, or why are people crazy? Why do people see things? Why do people hear voices? And they start kind of like blindly shooting at some theories, and one of them was Freud and also Carl Jung. I don't know if you're familiar with Jungian. I'm sure you are, of course.
Of course, yeah, Jungian archetypes.
We all are.
Yeah.
And in 1917 specifically, during World War I, what could be considered the very first modern personality test emerged in the way that you think of it now, as like you fill out a questionnaire, yes or no answers, etc. And as they say, necessity is the mother of invention, even if that invention is shaky at best. There was definitely a need for this because for the first time in warfare, people began seeing young men come back completely addled. Insomnia, panic attacks,
severe
outbursts,
PTSD,
muteness, nightmares, all of it. They called it war neuroses or shell shock, which we now know as PTSD.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that PTSD hadn't been noticed before, it had, but at this scale it was intense because we had suddenly, nerve gas and chemical warfare happening and people watching their friends' heads get blown apart by a machine gun at close range, like stuff like that, where it's like, we're not equipped to be able to process any of this. And so suddenly...
Almost like war is horrific and we shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
We shouldn't be, exactly. And then calling young men cowards for coming home and uncontrollably weeping for 3 years straight. And so they were like, well, we can't have this. We need men to go out there and be able to come home.
It's not productive.
It's not productive. So unsurprisingly, the first personality test was made to be able to predict who is prone to shell shock. And to identify those
who's prone to shell shock?
Yeah.
Like so before they even go to war.
Yes. Before they go to war,
it's basically like, are you a bitch is the test.
You should see this
Jesus
test.
Christ.
Don't worry, I took it.
Of course.
I took a 109-year-old personality test.
Is it long?
Be told exactly what?
Is it long?
I was going to say, if we have time, I'd love to administer this 100-year-old test to you.
I want to see how accurate it is.
Yeah. Let me get it, okay?
Oh. By the way, I would absolutely have shell shock, obviously.
100%. Well, it told me what I knew. In that
it's you know what it is? It's a psychopath sifter. Yes. So it's like if you're a psychopath who feels nothing, you're going to exceed at this test who doesn't feel anything when you see someone's head get blown off. You should be a CEO.
You like watching people die? Great.
Yeah.
And I was... really quick, sorry, I got ahead of myself. So they tried to predict weak constitution. And as one history of professor at Penn State, Greg Eghigian said, from the perspective of military and medical personnel, the best and brightest of your young men, whom you staked so much on, they seem to be falling ill. And the explanation is either they're cowards, Or they have constitutions like girls, who are historically associated with these kinds of ailments. You know, girls who get ripped open to give birth to children.
Sitting around in a classroom all day? Eat shit.
He's quoting, he's talking about how this is how they saw things.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was the guy that was yelling.
No, this was the general thought at the time. It's like, well, are you a little girl? Okay, then you can't go to war. You got feelings? Oh,
sign me up. I'll be a girl. I don't give a shit. I'm not going to war.
It's just funny because it's just like, oh yeah, right, weak like women. Mm-hmm. Great. Birth?
Are you saying women are going to be easier to like go watch their friends' heads get blown off?
They might.
I don't think it's a gender thing one way or another. I think it's all scary.
I don't think we should watch anyone's heads get blown off.
Exactly. I don't think it has anything to do with.
How about we don't get involved in a war that we have nothing to do with? Sorry. Okay. Look, personality tests are good. Categorization
no, it's funny. You're
good.
Just like, oh, women aren't tough. I'll watch 10 people's heads get blown off and not even bat an eye.
I'm a girl boss. I can kill someone at close range. Don't you dare tell me I'm a wimp. I'm a man. So yeah, they're like, if you're, like a woman, then we gotta weed you out because we can't have you crying. And so what they came up with was something called the Woodworth Psychoneurotic Inventory. Whoa. And it was, so the WPI. And I did have photos for this episode.
Wow. Girl boss energy.
Oops.
And a girl boss Hillam.
Oh, just me.
Girl bossing it up, watching heads explode, having picks ready to drop into the Dropbox.
Here are soldiers who are just been drafted to war, and they are going through this. So they tested 1.7 million soldiers.
Damn.
with this test.
It's a great photo.
Isn't it a good photo? They're all sitting.
All these dudes sitting on the ground with like a dude with like a suit, like hoarding over them, waiting for them to be done with their test.
Like looking at them. Are you done? It's
perfect triangular composition.
It really is. It's a beautiful photo. Here is a psych ward at an army base, at a army base hospital, where for some reason this guy needs to be in the bath.
Who among us? I get it.
Who among us doesn't want to relax in a bath? Anyway, so I think it worked. I think they were able to be like, oh yeah, if you can't handle this. Anyway, so here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to give you this test, and we can put this in the Patreon. And so here's how they rate these. So when you were given it as a soldier, you can rate anywhere between 0 and 116. And 116 means absolutely don't put them in the trenches. Don't even let them near a bullet or a gun. The average, the ideal, was between 10 and 20. Kaveh, you just took the test.
Okay.
And you got
watch it on Patreon to see what all the questions were if you're interested. What did you get first before you tell me mine?
Oh, I got a 70. So
70,
I am fully will never be allowed near the trenches in 1917.
What about Alyssa?
Alyssa got a 43.
Oh.
And you got a 54.
Great. Right in the middle.
They probably
once again Alyssa beating us at tests.
I know. She's the ideal soldier. No, the ideal soldier is my husband who got 20. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So they'd probably not kick you out of the army, but you wouldn't be on the front lines, and you would not be in the trenches. You'd probably be doing some managerial work or clerk work.
No matter what. Maybe these tests are right because I just always end up being in a managerial position. That's all they put me in. You're just middle management. That's everything about me. They're like, you're reliable, you're consistent at communicating, you're very good at keeping people on task, but you get stressed out if you have to be the person in charge of everybody and coming up with ideas, unless you're on your own.
Well, here's the funny thing is that at the end of all of this, that one was the one that was most reliable the more times I took it. That one, I got the same number every time.
Really?
Now, yes, which is fascinating to me because the other ones I did not. So that was the very first personality test. It asked weird questions like, have you ever had the dancing disease? Or, have you ever had dyspepsia? Stuff like that. Very 1920s.
I've had dyskokia, but not dyspepsia. Yeah. I've had dyspibia.
Mr. Pibia.
Yeah.
And so this was a big thing. And suddenly everyone else was like, oh, we should start doing this in like offices and workplaces because what better way to weed out the weak than asking them if they can stand the sight of blood or if they like being outdoors, like this quiz just asked.
Idiots. So, it's like every job interview being like, what would you think is your greatest weakness? And you're just like, you just learn how to hack them and always say the answers. I work too hard.
oh, my biggest
I care
weakness
too
is
much
that
about what I'm doing. Yeah.
I love people and talking and selling
Yeah.
things. So before 1917, before this, they would do IQ testing. But this was like a new thing because it's like, oh, we're bringing in a whole other quotient into this where it's like, it's not just about intelligence, it's about emotional intelligence and whether or not you can watch your friend get blown to pieces. And if you can't, then you're weak. So
high emotional intelligence, feeling nothing while your friend gets blown up.
yeah. So they started being like, well, we can use this to figure out why people do a lot of things. Like, can this predict crime? Can this predict, intelligence?
Do you like stealing? Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Then you're a criminal. So it started off bad, is what I'm saying.
It's just
yeah.
It's just Palantir. That's all this is.
Yeah. Yes, it is. Nothing new. And after this, at the same time, I should say, like a couple years later, Carl Jung publishes his book about Jungian archetypes. And for those who don't know what those are, you can go look them up. But it wasn't necessarily a scientific study. He even admitted that. He was like, here's what I see in literature and media and how it can be applied to people. Actual people, and you can look to these archetypes to understand yourself better, which is true. It's how we look at people in movies and shows and are like, yeah, I could see it's how we kind of mirror and try to figure out who we are. But there was one woman who took this book as a religion, and her name was Catherine Cook Briggs. So Catherine Cook Briggs was a really interesting lady. She was a first wave feminist. She was really into scientifically figuring out how to raise a child correctly, which, it's,
good luck. Let us know if you figure that out.
From like most parents, she's like, how do I do this perfect and make the best human I can and give her the best opportunity? So her daughter Isabel, she started this thing that she called, she was like a homeschooled thing where she called it her cosmic laboratory of baby training. All right. Okay. So that's this kind of person. So she starts like scientifically studying her child and what her personality is, and starts to read Jung and try to figure out how people can fit into these archetypes. And she wasn't, it wasn't like controlling. She let her daughter lead. And this became the very, very beginning, the foundations of the MBTI personality test that everybody still takes today.
Okay.
Myers-Briggs. So once she read Jung's book, she kind of went like way into it. She became literally obsessed with Jung, would write him fan mail, would write him romance, like love letters. She wrote erotic fan fiction about him.
Hell yeah.
She went all in. And like her husband at the time was like working for the like nuclear physics.
What's going on? Yeah.
He was like, well, okay, I guess you're into this guy. She would write gay fan fiction about Carl Jung and fan fiction with herself, and it was just smutty. And
gay fan fiction of Jung banging some other dude?
Yeah.
Who'd he bang?
I couldn't figure that out.
Do you bring those? What? Who cares about the tests? I want to know about the fan fiction.
I couldn't find it. I know.
Yes. I know. Carl Jung, the power bottom, going to work.
Oh, I'm sure. And she was like, she would work on this. Like this was like her hobby was writing fan fiction about Carl Jung and then mailing him things about it. And he was like, great. Cool, sure, you seem nice, and kind of, all of his letters to her were very like, thanks,
I feel like there's definitely a gendered thing where it's like if a woman gets that from a man, that's like scary, like he's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
But if you're a guy, if I got like fan mail from somebody being like, here's gay fan fiction of you banging some dude, like me with an orgy with all the other Kaves or something, I would just think it's really funny. But that shows you the privilege that I have, that I'm like, that's weird.
It reminds me of the time where we did the Bang, Marry, Kill for the YouTube. And I asked Bang, Marry, Kill Kaveh, Rastegar, Hoda, or you.
I immediately, do you remember? I remember the answer, yeah. Immediately, I'm the one who dies.
We killed, you asked me that.
No, you asked me that, and I was like, and I was like, oh, it's easy. I was like, you marry Hoda because he's a doctor, you bang Rastegar because he's a rock star, and then you kill me. Easy.
Easy. Didn't even have to think.
No.
It's just like, it's the obvious. Now you have another Kaveh in the mix.
It's true. Mohebi.
Yep.
Get in on it. He's Canadian, so he's nice. You might want to marry him. I don't know.
Hey, dual citizenship. Okay, sorry, Hoda. I'm marrying Canadian Kaveh. Hoda, you can be my doctor still, okay? But no marriage. I won't kill you either.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
all signs come back to me getting killed.
Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't even change that. Yeah, you're obviously still dying.
I always die. Yes.
So she was obsessed with this guy, and she starts kind of religiously reading his stuff and applying it to her new personality type kind of thing she's been writing. Fast forward, her daughter grows up, is a weirdo just like her. And by weirdo, I mean everyone's really uneasy around them. Like, it's not just because they're like these women, but really it's like, oh, they kind of don't know how to be in society. And her daughter Isabel is kind of this odd, like she wants to be a writer, but she marries this guy. And her mom, Catherine, is like, who is this guy? He doesn't fit into any of my types. And Isabel's like, I don't know. So Catherine starts getting crazier about it, and it's like, I've got to figure this guy out. I've got to categorize this guy. It's in my DNA. I got to put him on a list. And she adds more to her little list or whatever. And Isabel reads this article at some point during World War II that's like, hey, how personalities can fit into the workplace. And she's like, dude, my mom talks about that all the time. I was raised on that. That is how we have this test that is now in literally every workplace in America.
Great. Thanks, Isabel.
Thanks, Isabel, the person who wrote a book about a Southern family who kills themselves because they find out they're part black. She's not a good person, by the way. Oh, yeah. I saw her novel and I'm like, oh, interesting. She wrote something. Oh, it's the darkest thing you can imagine. So I don't love her, and I don't love her methods, aka none. There are none. And, everyone's like, women started this. I'm like, great. What a shame that it was us. And I'm not even hiding it anymore. And this becomes, they sell it to the CIA. The first person to buy this test is the CIA. Yep. So to this day, they still rely heavily on this to screen people. And the CIA buys it. Other, the military buys it. There's companies all through the U.S. buy it. And that is why from the time we were in high school, my generation has been taking this test, and they have been telling us where to work, where our personality would be suited. And a lot of times people would follow that and decide, yeah, this is correct. I'm going to do this. And in that way it worked because it did what they wanted, which was to fit somebody into the workplace, into capitalist America.
Mold you.
In a way that is the least disruptive.
Yep.
And if you can't tell already, I think these tests are BS. And I have a really hard time taking any of this seriously. I did try. Okay, I did try, and do
therapists and use them and psychiatrists and stuff like that? I don't actually know.
If they do, you should get a new therapist because they're not supposed to.
But I'm saying it's not even seen as even remotely medically useful necessarily.
So I went and looked up the studies, and there is no basis in any of it because the number one issue, and I think that, and some people won't agree with me on this somehow, but I think applying any sort of categorization to human beings is inherently immoral. Hot take, I guess, but on Reddit and forums, it's just endless arguing about this, and it's like people put this in their dating profiles.
What's the counterpoint? What do people? Yeah.
Because the counterpoint is, and I do agree with this. I do agree with this to an extent. The counterpoint is that it can be a good starting off point.
Sure.
Same with astrology. Same with tarot. It's something that you are presented with something, and you measure it against yourself. And it's either like oh yeah, I can see myself in that, or it's like no, that's not how I am. And either way, you end up knowing yourself better. That's the counterpoint. But the fact that it's used in every office.
In the CIA and the military and the office. Yeah, I'm like, your employer and the corrupt wings of the government use it makes me think, no thanks.
Trying to put you into boxes in order to make you more palatable for your employers. So that is my personal issue with it, is that first of all, the many times I've taken it, it's been different every time. I get a variety of the same three. And
do you know which employers are using it? Is this a standard across Fortune 500 companies or something? Yeah.
Yes.
This is how horribly unemployed I've been my whole life. I don't realize.
I had to look it up. There are some companies who have been under fire for it because the science just isn't there. So because people can game, not even the whole personality aspect is that people can game the system. They can decide what
questions to answer.
It's
not that complicated to lie on these tests.
No, it's like you need someone extroverted. Okay, I can.
Yeah,
the
cool.
test.
I'll check everything that's obviously extroverted.
It's so obvious. It's the same as those Harry Potter things. It's like, are you brave? Yeah. Are you evil? Yes. Are you nice? Or are you smart? And it's like the same thing. It's like, do you like being around people? And it's like, well, yeah, if they want me to be, I'll say yes. Yeah. And so it becomes this weird vehicle of presenting your personality to people in a way that is acceptable, to the point where it's now on dating profiles. I talked to my brother-in-law about it, and he's like, yeah, on Tinder, people have their Myers-Briggs type.
I think I remember seeing that a long time ago.
Oh, yeah.
Or like
Yeah.
people put it on their like even on social media, they'll put it on there.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah. And then the Enneagram. Have you taken the Enneagram?
Yeah, which one is that?
That
That's like
one's like
type 1 through 9 or something.
9. Yeah. And like you have a main one and then you have like a supporting one.
Yes, I do remember taking this with
Yeah.
Sarah because one of her friends, it was like I don't remember what numbers we were. I was like
Yeah.
6 or something. I don't know, 5 or 4. I don't know. She said something about like, oh, you guys are the least common.
Oh, so you're the same as
pairing.
me. 4 and
Yes,
5.
whatever it is.
Was it
Which
4
would
and
make
5?
sense because
Yeah.
your husband is the same as my wife, essentially. And then you and I are very
Yep.
similar.
And
So
Sean has
it would be funny that we
yeah.
would fall into that category. I don't remember what it was.
Find out because it'd be interesting. I'm a 4 wing 5, whatever that means. So it's I'm an artist who's also insatiably curious. And I'm like, yeah, well, sure.
I think that's probably what I feel like 4 was one of them. Is 4 and 5 or 4 and 6? I don't remember.
4 and yeah. Alyssa, of course, hers fits perfect. We were talking about it and she's like, it's annoying because it's completely correct.
What was hers?
Hers was 1 and 3 or something. It's like the self-sacrificing protagonist who puts herself, everyone above herself and is like, can lead and get things done. And
it's true.
And I'm like, certainly not me. So
maybe Alyssa and I are more similar than I think.
Yeah. Alyssa's just quiet.
Yeah.
She's
true.
like you, but without the need for attention.
Yeah. I have nothing to say. No retort.
No retort. So there's these like I'm trying to be measured and normal. And so before I even get more into this, I'm going to say here are the other issues with it.
Okay.
Again, quantifying personality is near impossible, and we're different around different people. We present ourselves differently in different situations. We change
100%.
throughout our life. I'm an insane person around you, and that is a huge part of my personality is letting that out.
Yep.
But I wouldn't do that to like my kid's teacher. Like cream jeans. I wouldn't go barging into my teacher.
And that's the problem with your children's education right now is that they're unaware.
Be myself.
Yeah.
And there's also something called the Forer effect or the Barnum effect. And that is a professor in the 70s or 80s, I want to say, Forer. I can't remember his first name because I'm an idiot. He gave his students a test to Führer. Yeah. It was Hitler.
No,
he gave
Führer.
I thought you said Führer, and I'm like, great,
Führer?
yeah.
You're always bringing it back to Nazis. No, the Threer, 5er, 6er.
He was a 7er.
6-7er, 6er, 7er.
If I hear that again, I'm going to kill myself.
Sorry, continue.
So Professor Forer gave his students a quiz, right? And he's like, here, this is a personality test, and we're going to evaluate you. And they all took it, and then he handed out the results. And he said, raise your hand if this applies to you. Almost everyone raised their hand. And every single report was the same.
Oh.
So not a single one was different than the other. So
that's funny.
The Forer effect is that people will see themselves in almost anything. That's what
it's true.
Humans do. We mirror. That's how we relate and keep society cohesive. And there's this forced binary when it comes to categorizing humans that I just don't like. Because it's like, oh, are you introverted or extroverted? I'm like, sometimes I'm neither or both.
Yeah, that whole thing is always nonsense.
Yeah, and it's like, I don't know, extroverted around certain people.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know
people
why.
People are like, you're so extroverted and you talk all the time. And I'm like, yeah, but then there's 4 days where I don't talk to a single human being because I'm exhausted.
I am by myself and I'm recovering.
Yeah,
I barely talk to my spouse. I just like go into a hole.
Yeah.
And so the forced binary of like, are you logical or are you right-brained or, stuff like that, or like the type A, type B. Yeah. Kill me. It's also a way for employers to become bigoted against people who they perceive to be, like I don't think my type is employable personally, but that's just because I'm not employable. And so
But we're only not employable because of tests. That's the point. It's
like, or we could all sit, like as my brother-in-law said, it's a substitute for self-awareness. I wish he could be on this. He had so many searing, amazing critiques of this. He's like, it's a substitute for self-awareness. And why can't we all just get around a table and talk it out?
Yeah, like, it's true.
If you're not, or like we did this last week where you're like, hey, Hannah, you need to step it up or I'm going to lose my mind. And I went, okay, you're right. Not the first time I've heard this, but you are correct. That it's not that I'm unemployable. It's that I'm difficult to work with until we talk it through.
Or no, it's sort of like you said, the sorting is about putting somebody, I get it. If you're an employer, you're like, I need a person to do this job. And I just need to know that they're reliable and I don't have time. And I don't necessarily want to spend all the resources trying to figure out if this person's useful or not. So I have this test as a way to sort of to sort of filter out all these people. The problem is that you, first of all, you end up not having a lot of, if you're looking at somebody as only someone who can fulfill one task, right? You're potentially losing a lot of value of like, well, maybe Hannah has all these other skills that I'm unaware of that we actually need in some other section that we didn't know because I've, written her off as being this kind of personality, but actually she would have been really useful in this part of the business or something, right? Like
it discourages out of the box thinking.
But not even out of the box, but just like being smart, like to be that's what I'm saying. Like out of the box even has its own like, oh, like I'm like, no, just don't be an idiot. Like just talk to a person and then just make an assessment based on what you think that person is.
Right.
And then if it doesn't work, you can try something else.
And put that into your budget. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't quantify a human.
That's what a contingency is supposed to be for.
Right. And it's just this whole thing. And I think it's personally rooted in capitalism and fascism. And maybe that's
100%.
a big accusation. But people who think like this, who need people to be in these little boxes, are the first people who are going to turn against these same people that they have put into boxes because they have categorized them in a way that makes sense in their minds only. And we all play into this, and it's like this weird little, and like I said, it's fun. It can be fun. I'm just kind of getting into the result of this is I went into this hoping that maybe my mind could be changed.
Yeah.
And it was softened in a lot of ways where it's like, yeah, it's fun to, I mean, especially making characters in a book or whatever. It's an easy way to start figuring it out. But I think people have taken it super seriously to the point where they're like, this is who I am, and I'm going to actually reflect this out to people, even if it's not who I am. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it's not just that they've chosen to do that. It's also you're incentivized to do that.
Yes.
Based on the particular algorithmic existence that we all have now. I always talk about this where people are like, oh, do you play games? And I'm like, yeah, I'll play some video games. So they're like, are you a gamer?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I play video games sometimes. Like, leave me. I don't care. I don't care.
Exactly.
I don't have a fandom. I'm not a gamer. I'm like, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't care. Just talk to me about a thing you like. I don't care.
Don't give me a label. Don't tell me this is what I am.
Yes.
Which is something that like, and I admit, like, I like seeing what I am. It's fun. Because most of the time I'm like, no, I'm not. What? Stop telling me that I'm the quirky friend that doesn't have her life together, because I know that. I know that. Every test I've ever taken.
Yeah.
You don't think I know that? And I don't know if it's just solidifying what I already knew, that I am hard to employ. I have a tendency to overtake conversations and put my personality in. I have a tendency to be insane and the Kramer of the group. Or the whatever, fill in the blank. I was Charlie Kelly. That's what they told me. I was Charlie Kelly. That was like my 10th highest.
That's true.
And sorry, I'm all over the place because I'm trying to.
Because you're Kramer and Charlie Kelly.
Who cares? Yeah. I'm putting feeling into it. I think that it's really dangerous to actually tell your employees that this is real. So a lot of companies have gotten in trouble and have withdrawn doing it. So Target doesn't do it anymore. Like I said, I went into this with a very skeptical view of personality test, and it only made me way more skeptical. So if I went into it being like, these are fun.
The CIA didn't make you feel better about it?
Yeah. Oh, I think it was the just categorizing people by groups that it's just like, that's just never a good idea. Like,
no, it just seems like
anywhere good.
Kind of like you said, the person administering the personality test is the one who benefits. But we're made to believe that as the person having the test is being administered to, that somehow we get a benefit from it, and it's not true.
Right.
You don't get anything from it.
We get a placement in the workplace. Yeah. It's like, what do you mean?
It all comes down to information about you that someone else can use against you later.
Yes, and they will. And it all comes down to fitting neatly into a capitalist society and not asking questions. Yeah. And if you can be told what you are, that's easier for everybody. Yep. And so that's I wish that I could have been more positive, but I don't know. So
you had to break character this week for once and just be a little bit more of a annoyed doom scrolling type person.
I know. I was hoping I could come away with being like, and they're fun, and again they are, and they're like
they're fun.
They're like astrology where you can. Yeah. It gives you a chance to reflect on yourself.
It's a fun game. Yeah.
It is. It's a fun game, like the one of. Which is funny to me because the original test, the one they gave to the soldiers, ended up being the most accurate, like for me. And I had Sean take it, my husband, and we ended up having a 2-hour discussion about stuff, about how we were and how we saw ourselves. And that was really special because I was like, this is what this should be. And I learned a bunch about him that I didn't know, and he learned a bunch about me. And we've known each other for over 20 years. And it was like oh, we're learning things.
Yeah.
That's what they should do.
Thank you, U.S. military. Yeah.
Thanks,
for
U.S. military.
strengthening my relationship with my husband.
But it was us being like, I don't know what this means, but here's what I think. It did what it was supposed to do at its best, which is get you talking and thinking.
According to the test,
that's personality tests. The unsurprising history of personality tests.
Love it. How do you want to personality test close this tab?
Oh, shoot. I forgot to tell you the best part. Really quick.
Okay. What is it?
Isabel Briggs, the one who was like, got
Myers-Briggs.
MBTI. She loved making her own energy drinks, and she called them Tiger's Milk. And they were made of melted Hershey's bars, milk, and nutritional yeast.
It's like fight milk.
Exactly. It's like milk from a crow. It's like fight milk. And so she would do that and mix it with her fingers. And then she would just like have it on her fingers. And everyone hated her. Everyone's like, not her again.
This woman sounds like a perfect parody biopic.
Oh, fully. And it's like, that person is selling your info to the U.S. military? No, thank you.
Love it.
Anyway,
any way they can get it.
Well, I was going to say, did you have anything else to add, like opinions on this? Or I feel like I dominated this.
God forbid you dominate on your own tab.
Okay.
No, I think I pretty much said it. I'm just kind of repeating myself. I think it's like,
cool.
It's like you put people in a position where they are good at sort of assessing someone's personality. I think the whole idea of taking a test is more useful to the person who's administering it rather than the person and the idea of just being like, I don't care what some test says. Just like, I don't care about some astrology, like what was that line I always love from Freaks and Geek. He's like, why does everybody born in the same month got to have the same life? Like, what do I give a shit?
It's like, perfect. That's the perfect summation of this episode.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's close.
Sorry to the haters.
Yeah, I'm coming out as not into it. Not anti, but not into it.
Do you want to? What's your sign?
Oh, I don't know. What do you mean? Oh, my MBTI.
No, your astrological sign.
Aquarius.
Do you want to waterboard this tab to death? I don't know.
Can we waterboard it? Here,
sure.
We're going to take a playbook from the CIA who uses this test, and we're going to waterboard the MBTI test to death.
You
ready? Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
I'm doing the waterboarding.
Good.
For the record. Okay.
Moving on to listener emails. This listener email is from Jay Darkwing in the Discord.
Oh, hey.
Hi, Kaveh and Hannah. You probably know about the Cow Tools comic strip from Gary Larson's Far Side, but I thought it might be a fun listener tab since 10/28 will be the 43rd anniversary of a comic strip and its associated controversy. This is a little bit old.
This is from October. All right.
This is from October. I forgot about this one and I had to queue it up and I was like, I was going to do it. And then we got sidetracked and I forgot. And now I'm like, oh, right. I meant to do this tab. So I wanted to do it. Here is the comic. Apologies, Jay Darkwing. So many of Larson's comics have had very specific gags that when people looked at the strip from 10/28/82, they assumed there was a joke they were missing. The cartoon, which depicted a cow standing over a collection of barely recognizable cow tools, provoked a huge deluge of calls to newspaper editors across the country asking for explanations. The front page of one newspaper ran a teaser in the corner. Cow tools. What does it mean? Larson actually had to draft a press release in his response. Quote, the cartoon was intended to be an exercise in silliness. While I never met a cow who could make tools, I felt sure that if I did, they, the tools, would lack something in sophistication and resemble the sorry specimens shown in this cartoon. I regret that my fondness for cows combined with an overactive imagination may have carried me beyond what is comprehensible to the average Far Side reader. They include the tabs and sincerely Jay Darkwing from the Discord. Thank you.
I love that. That's the man. I relate to that.
I love it. It's so basic.
Doesn't have
insane.
to have a meaning.
Yeah, exactly. It's like so it's under the gag is underwritten, which is why people got so confused by it
and so angry.
Yeah,
I think people are really afraid of feeling stupid. I think that's
very much so. Yes,
a huge fear people have. Which
I agree.
I mean, I get it. I am too sometimes, but I don't know.
Just be stupid. Just accept that you're dumb and everything's easy.
A lot of times when you accept that you're stupid, you get smarter.
It's true. Just like when you accept that you're a bad artist, you end up getting a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, thanks, Jay Darkwing.
If you're listening and you also have a listener email that you'd like to send us, please send it to 500opentabs@gmail.com. That's 500. You can follow us on Instagram. We're 500opentabs. We're also on Blue Sky. And we've got a Patreon, which will probably have a very long outtake of this episode, hopefully.
Yeah, you taking the military shell test.
You can learn all the personal facts about me.
I knew you had that dancing disease.
Totally. Anyway, thanks for listening, you guys. In the meantime, keep the people of Iran in your hearts.
Please.
Keep it Billy Bob, as you said last week.
Keep it Billy Bob, Emma's mom.
Keep it Billy Bob, Emma's mom.
I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to stop picking fights with Emma's mom when she can't even fight back. So this is unfair. I bet she is an INFJ. I'm just kidding. I have no idea.
I don't even know what an INFJ is.
Me neither. So thanks, everybody. Join the Discord. Join the Patreon. Thanks for your support. Keep Iran in your hearts. And see you next week.
Thanks for listening, everybody. See you later. Bye.
Bye. Bye.